All power to the people. I want to, before I give thanks to a lot of other people, I want to first thank the Iranian people for kicking the ass of the U.S. government and Netanyahu in Israel. Stood up to the two biggest bullies in the world today. I also want to pay tribute to our fallen comrades. Our fallen comrades are also the reason why we're standing here today. They gave their life the ultimate sacrifice. And we're here to honor them. This park honors them. I also want to do a quick shout out to Naima and the rest of the crew. Naima's got a beret on. She looks like a panther. And, in these times when, the history is attempting to be rewritten, destroyed, wiped out, Naima and her crew are a testament to the fact that you will not erase Black Panther history. And they're, also along those same lines, there are a lot of organizations out there today calling themselves Black Panthers. Now, some of them are doing good work, but they ain't us. And we have a lot of Panther cubs in the audience today. I see my nephews and nieces back there, power to the people, Panther Cubs. I see my daughter standing here somewhere, Panther Cub. Naima is officially a Panther Cub. See, and so we need to make sure that we keep it straight. This is a far cry having a park named up here on Renton Avenue South from when the police used to chase us in the streets. Tupac said, tired of being chased by the police, where are we gonna go? Well, we're not going to Thug Mansion, but we will come up here and celebrate at this park, right? And so it's about preserving the legacy of the Black Panther Party. When people think about the Black Panther Party, the breakfast programs come to mind, the free medical clinic that Aaron mentioned, our Busing the Prisons program, sickle cell anemia testing. We were in fact responsible for the National Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation being formed in the first place because we were testing all over the country and nobody was paying attention to it. We had a lot of firsts. We embarrassed the federal government into providing free breakfast because of our free breakfast program. They used to try to chase the kids out of the breakfast program. But I want to be clear that we were not a social service agency. These programs were called survival programs pending revolution. And the revolution is still pending. It is still pending. The struggle continues, it is not over. But it's efforts like this that remind people the importance of standing up, fighting back, not being fearful. That ogre in the White House, that misaligned maniac. I got too many superlatives. But he's got a lot of people scared, see? And we don't have to be afraid. This past week, if everybody knows where the People's Wall is, that was the site of the most notorious office of the Black Panther Party on 20th and Spruce. It was where we fended off attacks from police. And whenever the police looked like they were going to surround our office, we got on our phone tree. Now, we had sandbags on the walls, we had steel and plywood sandwiches on the windows with gun flaps, we had thousands of rounds of ammunition, we had plenty of weapons, we had gas masks and bulletproof vests. But when we got on that phone tree, made one call, they called 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and before you knew it, there was a crowd of people standing around the Panther office that were saying, you're gonna get them, you gotta come through us first. See, that's the power of the people. And so the People's Wall that stands there just this week was nominated, the nomination process went through unanimously on the nomination board as a historical landmark. It'll be there through the end of time. Because people like Naima, people like the people, brothers and sisters that worked on this wall, they remember. And it's a symbol of defiance. I found out this week during the nomination process, the address on our office was 173 20th Avenue. And the FBI and the Seattle police were so fearful of what that office represented and meant to the people, to the community, the defiance that it represented, that they actually erased the address. It no longer exists. They erased the address. There's no 173. But the People's Wall is still there.
Awesome.
See? So they can't erase us. So it's through the power of the people. It's through all of our comrades. I failed to mention Naeem Sharif, who's over here. But believe it or not, Larry, before he got nervous carrying weapons, was a Panther very shortly. Larry Gossett. But it's about the people. It's always been about the people. Is that Trollis over there? There's another Panther over there. Original Panther Trollis flavors. They're popping up all over the place over here. We need to acknowledge our comrades. We need to acknowledge our fallen comrades. We have Panthers in prison that have been in there over 50 years, still serving time for this racist, brutal government. So we cannot forget that we have the strength, we have the power. The legacy of the Black Panther Party will live on. We're building an interpretive center and research center. I'm gonna let Ruby Love, our co-chair, talk about that briefly. But I want you to remember, the power is always in the people, and we will overcome. All power to the people.